Am I gonna regret doing this? Probably. Today I'm going to be reorganizing my bookshelves. They need some major TLC. As you can see, I've started just piling books on top of other stacks. It is a mess. It is disorganized. It may look organized, but I have genres scattered all over the place. And I honestly, going into summer, I thought it would be nice to have a refresh. Also, I'm having mic issues, so if you see me holding my phone by my face, I'm using it as a microphone for now. Anyways, I love my home library so much. If you have been here since last summer, you saw me move in, saw me organize it for the first time, where it only took up 2 of these 4 shelves, and now it has grown and expanded a lot in less than a year. I'm so happy with it, but it's just gonna continue growing, and I have not done a good job keeping it organized and accounted for that happening. So today we are going to be doing that. This is always a bigger process than what it looks like it's gonna be, and I was thinking, do I want to do it today? But I have the afternoon to do it and record it at the same time, which is a process in itself. So I'm just gonna force myself to do it so I can have a refresh, and otherwise it's probably not going to get done. It has always been a dream of mine to have a home library. I am so blessed to be able to do this and to make content about it. It is my favorite room ever. I got a couch there you can kind of see in the corner. It is the groovy book room of my groovy heart's dreams. And if you were like me and want a new groovy book bestie, make sure you hit subscribe and stick around, because I do a lot of content like this. I mean, not reorganizing it often, but other book content. I got to go birthday shopping recently, got a bunch of physical copies of books I love. That's another reason why it's kind of a chaotic, oh my gosh, that's kind of another reason why it's a chaotic mess right now. Kind of installing at this point. So let's start by taking down every single book on the shelf. Whenever I film, it's already a mess in my room because I have to move my coffee table out of the way, set up lights, cameras. So now thinking about having books scattered everywhere, because it's going to be a ton once it's on the floor, makes me a bit anxious. On the bright side, I will also get to clean the shelves, which I have been needing to do anyways because I haven't done that for a few months. I guess we just get started, start pulling stuff down, and then we can kind of figure out where I want to put what. All right, I've gotten all of the books off my shelves. I'll show you what my floor looks like in a minute because I can barely walk around. It is getting more and more difficult to get to my camera each time I need to record, and who knew my camera and my light would be my biggest op because they both keep overheating. Awesome. But anyways, that's why I did the last bit off camera, to give those a break. But now it is time to clean the surfaces. Nothing crazy, but I guess I'll just show you me doing my first shelf or so. Again, it's nothing exciting, but the fun part is coming up soon where we get to decorate. And I am honestly really excited to start decorating this because this feels like the vibes of when I first moved in here and I got to decorate my first home library for the very first time. And I'm getting more and more excited because I'm getting ideas for what I want. But for now, we got to get cleaning. So let's get to work. I am sweating at this point, but as you can see, I've cleaned up my bookshelves. Not that you can see that part, but then you can see all these post-it notes everywhere, and the colors don't mean anything. It was just the post-it notes I had on hand. But what I decided to do was generally map out what genres I wanted where and made sense in my head before I started hauling all the books up on the shelves. The difference from what I'm doing right now versus what I did before is I want to actually utilize the entire bookshelf, even if it's not going to fill up every individual shelf, because that way when I'm reading a book and I want to add it to a specific genre, I don't have to do this whole reorganization process because I don't have room for that book in that genre. And I think this is going to work out better. And also what I'm thinking I want to do is I want to get some more pots and fake plants so I can scatter it throughout the bookshelf, maybe even on top of the bookshelf. I really wish my camera would show the full view of the bookshelf, but I will show you guys here in a second. But that way I can fill up all of the blank space, or at least most of it, until I have actual books in there. I'm really excited about this, and I think it's gonna look quite a bit different from what it looked like before. Especially, this is the area that I film in over here. I have a bunch of different books over here than I did before. So that is definitely going to be different. I'm excited though. I'm going to start getting everything up here. We're going to start over here and work our way over is what I'm thinking. I'm hoping that my plan that I have in my head is actually going to work out. Otherwise, I'm going to have wasted all that time and brain power for nothing. But I think it'll work out good. I think I have a good plan going for it. So okay guys, let's come together and regroup because I did some work off camera. I could not film and have everything on the floor at the same time. I had no place to put the camera or walk. So I just threw everything on the shelves in their general respective spot for where I think they're gonna end up. I'll show you what I did, but there's gonna be some rearranging as we go here because I'm not sure exactly if it's all gonna work out and what's gonna fit where. So that's gonna take me a bit of time to do, but let me show you where I am right now. As you saw, I started these shelves. They still need some plants and other knickknacks. And then over here, I am continuing the Sarah J. Maas universe into some more romance, some classics that carry on from the classics over there. We got my dragon books and sci-fi, a lot more fantasy Stephen King, Powerless shelf, Stephanie Garber shelf, Leigh Bardugo shelf, some YA fantasy to more YA fantasy over here with Twilight, The Hunger Games, Maze Runner, Divergent, other dystopian books, true crime into mystery, and more mystery. I'm not sure what's going to fill up where, but I'm thinking this is a good start. So I'm going to start actually placing stuff how it needs to be, and we will go from there, and hopefully it'll end up looking okay once it's all finished. after literal hours, I finally finished putting all the books on the shelf, and looking at it here, I am so glad already that I did this, but now I need to add some whimsy to it. I have some plants and other cute little decor I want to put all about, so I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna make a cute TikTok of me doing that because I have an idea for it. But yeah, anyways, I will be back once I do all that and then reveal the final bookshelf. I'm so excited.
A few moments later.
Guys, I finished. It is complete and I could not be happier to be done with this project. As much as I love the final result, this has taken me 5 or 6 hours to do from start to finish. There's a part of me that regrets it. My back definitely does, but I could not be happier with this result, and I cannot wait to keep filling it up with more books as I read them throughout the year. Let me show you the results quickly. We have my little Sarah J. Maas / other fantasy books, historical fiction, more classics down here, romance, Harry Potter, my Cassandra Clare shelf that will keep growing this year because I want to get through her whole backlog of the Shadowhunters universe. My dragons in sci-fi. I currently only have one sci-fi book, but I have more on my TBR that will be added there eventually. On top of my super cute little jelly cat that I just got today. I love him. I named him Rocky. If you know, you know. Physical TBR, I just keep pushed back on the bottom row. Over here we have Stephen King, Rebecca Ross, Miley Bardugo books, Lauren Roberts books, Stephanie Garber books. This is some miscellaneous fantasy and then YA fantasy. Moving over here to Twilight, we have my dystopian shelves. So Hunger Games, Divergent, Maze Runner, some other dystopians, true crime, going down here to all of my mysteries and thrillers to date. And look at this. Look at it in all of her glory. I love it and can't wait to keep adding books. Thank you so much for joining me with this journey. I would not have been able to do it without you. I would have probably stopped halfway through if I was not filming, but I wanted to get it done. I can't wait to move my coffee table back here, get these giant lights out of this room, pick up a bit, and be able to sit down and admire my bookshelf in all its glory. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you in the next video.